Hi, we're Shannon, Vestal, and Becky Kirsch from BuzzSugar. In today's episode of The Buzz, we're putting two of 2011's biggest movies head to head, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 and Breaking Dawn Part 1. Both movies were a really big deal. It was the final Harry Potter film in the franchise, and it was the next to last Twilight film.
And both movies ended up doing really well at the box office, partially because they weren't head-to-head, but there was so much anticipation surrounding both of them, crazy fans, but which movie was better?
That's a really interesting question, so we're going to give it an in-depth analysis and break down each of the movies. First up, which film had the sexier scene? Was it the long-awaited kiss between Ron and Hermione in Harry Potter? Or was it the Breaking Dawn love scene?
Last night was the best night of my existence.
Well, this is not really a fair question. I mean, sexier scene, it's gotta be Twilight. I mean, they actually have sex, and Harry Potter is just like this really quick kiss, and it's really more of an action movie than anything else. So even though I love the love story between Ron and Hermione, I gotta give this one to Breaking Dawn.
Yeah, and I think I gotta also give it to Breaking Dawn because it's this really kind of well drawn out scene. There's this great song playing. And looking back at Harry Potter, I also love Ron and Hermione, but they didn't really even seem to have that much chemistry in that kiss.
Ooh, Harry Potter fans are gonna get you for that one.
I know, I'm sorry.
Now that we've talked about that kind of action, let's discuss the action scenes in the two films. Harry Potter is just battle after battle after battle leading up to Voldemort.
Let's finish this the way we started. Together.
But Breaking Dawn does have that showdown between the Wolfpack and the Cullens.
I mean, it's always going to be fun to watch a bunch of crazy CGI wolves fighting some vampires, but the stakes are so much higher in Harry Potter. It's a battle of good versus evil. Like, it doesn't get bigger than that.
Plus, I think the really big battles are going to come in Breaking Dawn's final movie, so this is more of just a precursor. And I loved how in Harry Potter you had all the underdogs stepping up to the plate. You had Neville taking down the snake with the sword. It was just really awesome.
Another thing that Harry Potter and Breaking Dawn have in common is a healthy dose of emotion.
Stay close to me. Always.
For Harry Potter, it's the final film in the franchise and some characters die, but Breaking Dawn has this really moving wedding.
As long as we both shall live.
So I want to know, which film made you tear up more?
Well, I definitely didn't get emotional during Breaking Dawn, unless you count being emotionally bored. But during Harry Potter, I got a little misty-eyed. I got really teared up during the scene when Snape is reflecting about his life. Alan Rickman just gives an amazing performance.
After all this time. Always.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have a heart of stone if you didn't tear up during that Snape scene. And even though I had read the books and I knew what deaths were coming, seeing them play out on screen, oh, it just killed me.
Well, maybe some people cried during Breaking Dawn because they were so scared. I'm sure you've heard about this, but apparently people were getting violently ill and having seizures during the birth scene in the movie. So which was more frightening, Harry Potter or Breaking Dawn?
Well, I definitely had goosebumps when I was in the theater at Harry Potter, thinking that it was dark and it's definitely not a kid's film.
The boy who lived. Come to die.
But only one of these movies made me close my eyes, and it was Breaking Dawn. With Bella's pregnancy and then the childbirth scene, everything gets really graphic and gory, and I just cringed the whole time.
Bella, come on.
Breaking Dawn's actually like a horror movie if you think about it. It starts off with this happy couple, they're honeymooning together, then all of a sudden she's knocked up, she's got a demon inside of her, it's killing her from the inside out, it's just gross.
Becky and I both agree that Breaking Dawn is sexier and a little scarier than Harry Potter, but when it comes to emotional punch and action scenes, Harry Potter definitely has it beat. So with a score 2-2, we have to break the tie, so I think we have to say which movie we just like overall.
No contest for me, this goes to Harry Potter, especially since it wasn't really trying to win the sexy and scary categories. It's just a much better movie overall.
I have to also say Harry Potter. I thought it was such a satisfying conclusion to the franchise, and I thought the acting was really great too. So for me, Harry Potter.
Tell us if you agree with our assessment, and here's to a happy 2012 with even bigger movies.
Thanks for watching The Buzz.
Mischief managed.